Okay, now I'm going to show you how to put the brake pads in and adjust them. All you need is Allen key, one of the Allen keys from the toolkit. It's about the medium sized thickness one, and you need the brake pads. Here's 4 brake pads, 2 for the front and 2 for the back. You'll see the brake pads have got the actual pad on one side, and on the other side they've got metal, and the metal has got a little handle on it, like a tennis racket handle. And so now first of all we have to take the calipers off. The calipers are where the brake pads are installed here. That's the calipers there. They slot over the disc and squeeze the disc. So these 2 screws here are the ones we have to unscrew. So first of all I get that in there and unscrew it. You might have to give it a little push first because it might have some glue in there to stop it from unscrewing. And then we take that screw out, and we can leave it just sticking out like that, and get that one undone as well. Okay, nearly there. Right, so now there's the calipers. I'm sliding the calipers up off the disc. Okay, so now this screw here, it's very important that you don't adjust that at all. That's meant to be completely left alone, that little narrow one. The big wide one here is the one that you use to put the pads in and to... So we unscrew this one. This will enable us to get the pads in easily. Right, now you'll see here that there's a magnet in there, and there's also a little magnet down there as well. That's what holds the pads back, so they're not pushing against the disc all the time. So now the first pad goes in with the metal backing facing that way and the pad facing upwards, and you have to see these 2 slots here. You have to orientate the pad so that this little handle will slip into the slot, the bottom slot. So I'm sticking my thumb down to push it well down into its position. Okay, now then the other pad, rather than putting it in here, it gets a little bit narrow, so you put it in this end here. You can see the slot there that the handle's got to go into, so just poke it towards that and push it down firmly. So now there it is, waiting for this to come in. Okay, so we put that in and screw that in, and then the magnet is now starting to pull the pad back, so I just screw it in a bit more, and now the pad is, if you look in here, the 2 pads are completely parallel with each other now, so there's a slot for the disc. Now we'll see if there's enough space for the disc. Yeah, and we want to pull the screw out just to let that slide down. So I'm lining up this hole with the screw now, and I can just turn it in with my fingers when it's aligned properly. No. There we are. I think that's got it now. That's got it. And then this one, and so I'll screw that in there. Okay, now we've got both screws in place, and so we just have to tighten them up. Okay, now, so double check that these 2 screws are really nice and firmly tight. Get some white knuckles going. That's it, good. With the long, if you put it in this way you don't get enough leverage, so put it in that way and then you can really tighten them up. Okay, now you can see that The disc is pretty free there. That's pretty good. So if I screw this side in a little bit, it might make it too. And so there we go. And now I tightened that a little bit. Now let's see. Yeah, you see it's not spinning so freely. So it was just luck that I had it really in a nice position there. So now I'll just turn it back a little bit. Check it's spinning more freely. That's pretty good. See what you can get at BeyondOil.com.